Guys, what's up? It's your boy Chuckles here.
Chili.
And an illustrious guest today. Welcome to the Extreme, the one and only Random Guy Kev. Kev, tell the homies out there a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I like food. That is all.
Or, I like this. Okay, I think that's loud. That's all you need to know. We're done here.
Random Guy Kev. Been playing airsoft for about 3 years now. I do my YouTube thing, reviews and gameplay and all that goodness. I do love food all the time.
Confirm.
What else? What else is there about me? I think that's it. I mean, I got a website, rgkairsoft.com.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep everybody updated with the latest happenings in airsoft, in the airsoft realm. That's about it, right? I think so, maybe.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about all of the good things Kev's got going on in a bit, but some quick things to go over for extreme airsoft related activities. So we just had our 3-gun night, and the turnout was pretty good. I wish we had a list of the names of everybody that won. But you put it on Instagram, though, yeah. Oh, I'm just saying. But it was great. We had 2 G&G pistols and the shotgun, the Franchi, and all got free admissions. I mean, it seemed like it went pretty good. I wasn't there. I was in here crying a bit, but it was great. The feedback was awesome. Everybody seemed like they had a great time. So hopefully we'll be trying to do some more of those in the future. Get some more...
You know the score sheet's available on my computer, right?
I didn't know that. That's okay. They don't need it. So gaming is open. Normal stuff. I won't go over any of the hours. We do have 5 sessions. This Saturday, 8:30 to 11:30 is adult night. 18 plus, 400 feet per second limit. No required safety kill. Pyro grenades, fun stuff like that. Don't be a big baby is pretty much the only rule we have going on. We are not requiring pre-registration. It is walk-ons only at this point. First come, first serve. All our COVID policies are outlined on our page. Our store is open. Again, hours, there's different hours for almost every day. But we got a lot going on. We're getting restocks regularly. A lot of products that were out of stock are coming back in stock. I think this week we have some Avalons coming in. We have the Mark 18s and the Saber carbines, as well as some other stuff.
Bunch of other goodies.
So we got a lot coming in, G&G and all those things. So make sure you stay tuned to our Facebook, Instagram, all those good things so that we can get all of our new products and restocks coming in. Check out our online store, extremeairsoftri.com. I think it's /store. I think it is, our online store. But we're adding products every day that we're here. We process orders Monday through Friday. We do not process orders on the weekends. And I think for orders over $250 get free shipping. So that's a dub right there. I think that's good enough for extreme-related activities. Yeah. Now, we're here hanging out. Well, let's see if anybody said it. How about you? That's true. Oof. I see the comments are getting already. We're already going somewhere. I like this. Okay, so the first question I have for Kev is I gotta ask you: do you prefer buffalo wings or barbecue wings?
Honey barbecue wings.
Woo! Oh! Okay. This is good. We start somewhere.
Yeah, I like this.
Kev's all about the food. I am too. If you couldn't tell, I got that thing going. It's been a while though. I haven't seen Kev since our 9-year, which he is. Look at him. He's wearing the shirt and everything. That was a cool shirt. He was like, he planned this out. Either that or it was the last clean shirt that he had, which is what I did.
I was like, it's appropriate. Let me grab it.
I respect the hustle. I respect the drip.
I'm just saying.
So you've been in. So I mean, I figure a lot of the people here kind of know Buffalo. Oh, sweet, wait. Buffalo hot, not mild. Somebody said in the comments. That's a fact. Can't go mild. You got to go hot. So how did you? I mean, we'll ask the people. We'll see what they want to ask you questions. But I'm curious how you got into airsoft. You're pretty. I mean, you're kind of growing into a force in the local airsoft community. I think doing a lot of great content and stuff that other people aren't doing. So how did you get your start, and how did you get to where you're getting to today?
I mean, so airsoft came about 3 years ago, and I was looking for an outlet for myself because outside of airsoft. Airsoft is not my real job. I have an actual job. I work in IT support at a pharmaceutical company.
Oh.
And then I have my other hobbies. I'm also a writer. I've written 3 books. I'm working on my 4th. I also have a nonprofit. I do a lot of community service type of stuff with that. But yeah, I needed another outlet for just like a situation I was going through with family and stuff, with my sister dying and my dad dying. So I was like, I needed something else to do. So I was looking at paintball at first, but then I came across like airsoft videos, and I'm like, you know how you get lost on YouTube?
Oh, the whole.
Next thing you know, like the next day, and you're like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize I was sitting here this long. So I spent like a month or two doing research on airsoft, guns to look at, and things like that. And then kind of how I jumped into airsoft, and it was amazing. The first field I went to, I thought was amazing, but as you go to other fields, you realize
You're like,
that's not how you're supposed to do things.
You're like, paradigm shift real quick. Like, oops, I have perspective now.
This is terrible. So I always encourage people to try different fields, and then you'll find the field that you like. But definitely try other fields. That's how like burnout happens. If you if you continue on to the same field and doing the same things and that same routine, burnout. That's how airsoft burnout happens.
Facts.
But like, I mean, I started having conversations with people, and it's just like one of those things that just like, again, it's a hobby for me. It's fun. It's my escape from the world. But like, when I got into it, it's just like, I don't know, somehow like airsoft with friends came about, and then like I started recording videos, like, because I kind of wanted to see what I was doing wrong with my transition, gun transition and stuff like that. And then somehow people started to like it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep making content. But then it's like, I started to, once you get in the industry and start to talk to people and realize what people are about, it's just like, I'm very honest. I'm a very honest person, and I hate fake people. I hate fake people. I hate when people are fake with reviews. Like, I went and purchased this gun because of your review, and the gun sucks terribly.
Right.
And it's like, so that was like one of my check marks. Like, okay, if I'm gonna do a review, I'm gonna make sure I've had enough trigger time with it. I put it in the hands of other people so they can give feedback on it. So everybody sees that, like, okay, Kevin wasn't the only one that played with it. He gave it to the other people first time, so they could play with it and just give their immediate first impression. So like, whenever I see reviews, it's like you got to be mindful of the people around you and the new people getting into airsoft, and be like, you're about to have to drop $500 on a gun that's pretty much garbage and they don't necessarily need right now. So it's like hit or miss. So like, I'm looking at everything going on and what people are putting out, and I'm trying to put out something different. I don't want to put that same content out there. I don't like garbage or forced content. And it's like, you know the videos that are hot now, call your hits and cheater videos.
Gosh, I can't say I'm a fan.
I can't say I'm a fan personally of all those videos.
I mean, I get it. It gets you the views. It shows people airsoft, but at the same time, it's like, are they the good kind of views that you want? And it's like a lot of companies want to associate themselves with airsofters, even if you have 200K subscribers, but all you're putting out is cheater and fight montages. Like, what?
That's true. That's just and it's so bad too. It just puts such a bad light on airsofters, because if they're so popular, that's when when you're searching for airsoft videos, it's like, this cheater only does headshots or something, and then it's just like, man, if I'm gonna play airsoft, I'm just gonna get shot in the head all the time, when it's not that at all.
Yeah, I mean, but some airsofters that do those kind of videos argue that I mean, it's still bringing people into airsoft. I mean, it's hit or miss because it's depending on how you release the video, because a lot of times people release it as an educational piece, like, hey, this is something you should do when you go to the field, and I caught this cheater doing X, Y, Z. Whereas sometimes people, the highlight of their video
is the
cheating. And it's like, brother, the rest of the video was trash. Like,
there wasn't anything else there.
Yeah, they highlighted that little piece in the beginning, and it's like I'm sitting there waiting for it, and that's it.
That's it. That's all you got. It's inevitably. It's just and it's just kind of a waste. You're just like, you could all this gameplay, or it's just like they're like the cheater video, and then it's how the player reacts to the cheating in like a really negative way, and you're just like, why would you do that? That's so bad. Like, that's just a bad idea.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, like, a lot of time you gotta give sometimes you gotta give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, a lot of people wearing a lot of kit, a lot of gear, adrenaline is pumping. Just keep shooting.
True. Yeah.
Keep shooting until the hand goes up.
Yeah, I've had a few moments like that. Guy got me from a second story window down. I thought he missed me. He said, "Look in your shemagh." I looked down, pull out a tracer BB, and I was like, "Oh, yep, I'm out."
Yeah. And you see, people don't take offense to that. Like, yo, if you say you got me, cool.
Right.
I'm out. I'm gonna go back to spawn.
Yeah.
Come right back in.
Yeah, and that's the worst. Is some people don't understand that it's like, especially at indoors fields where it's so easy to just walk 50 feet back to your wall, touch it, or wait a minute, and then you're back in the game. Like, you're gonna keep playing airsoft no matter what. Even if it's hard. When you're going out there and maybe you're sprinting and somebody was shooting you. You couldn't. There's so many variables, and that's when I initially started. I know I was personally kind of like, nobody's doing this, and then it's like, oh, I kind of understand now, because you run into so many circumstances on the field. You're just like, why do I need to be so mad about it? Dudes get so heated, or anybody, whoever, dudes, kids, men, children, man, children.
Yeah, I mean, it's always. My thing is, it's always older people, and it's like, in my opinion, it's always older people, and it's like, sometimes when you're playing for a full day, you'll encounter those people where it's consistent. It's consistent, like, no call. Like, you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, but they're consistently doing it, and you're putting like 3 or 4 shots down range at them. It's like, okay, let me go make the ref aware. Like, yo, watch that guy, because he's not calling any of his hits. And I mean, it's whatever. I don't sweat it. I'm not gonna sit there and hunt you down and be like, yo, call your hits. I'm just gonna tell the ref to, like, yo, just watch him. I'm just letting you know. And like, I mean, I've had a couple situations like that where it's just like, people thought I was getting mad. I'm like, bro, I don't get mad at like little situations like this. I come back. I keep coming back. You'll see me pop up every time. And that's the type of person I am. Like, I'll pop up. Like, you'll shoot me, even though I shot you already, and I'll look at you. I'm like, okay,
interesting.
So that's not a trade. Got it. Be right back. Run back to the spawn. Run back up, because a lot of times, a lot of people don't think outside the box. They'll just sit in the same spot.
Yeah, and then you come around and get them.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've had a couple situations where, like, literally I had to call somebody out, because it was like, and I don't like doing it, but it was like, if me and like 2 other teammates are shooting you and you're still going, that's a problem to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you're out. I just wanted to let you know you're out. And we shouldn't argue about it. It's just one of those things. I'm letting you know, like, yo, I shot you. He shot you. This other person shot you.
We all did.
The 5-speed softers back there shot you.
Everyone.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things. Like, at the end of the game, like, my thing is, once we leave the field, it's over. It's dead for me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Situation's over. But the dude came over later. He's like, hey, like, he came over with one of the refs. Like, hey, I heard you had a situation. I'm like, I don't know what you're referring to, but everything's okay. He was like, no, you had something going on over there. I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, no, you said I didn't call my hit. I was like, okay, let me pull up the video. Here you go. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do.
You're like, what are you trying to get at? Where is this situation going to really take us?
Like, I'm just letting you know, like, a couple people shot you, and it's been going on all day. So it's like it's just one of those things. Like people, I get it. Adrenaline's pumping. You're wearing too much. Wear less or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if people start complaining about you, wear less. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people come padded up with like the the Falcon full arm and stuff, so they can't feel anything on their sides. They can't feel anything on their backs. So it's like, just wear less.
Yeah, I'll wear t-shirt and shorts, whatever. I can't do all the extra because I know I'm like, could always be a problem, you know? It's just easier to just be like, whatever's the easiest. You say you shot me, good enough for me, like.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, somebody just said when someone safety someone and they still shoot you. I'm sorry. If safety kills or surrender kills are like optional to take, I'm shooting you if I have to. If you're giving me the option to turn around with my gun still in hand and shoot you, I'm shooting you. Point blank period. If you have the drop on somebody, take the shot. Like unless you have your barrel on their back and you safety kill, surrender. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But if you're like a little bit away and you're giving me enough time to turn around and shoot you, that's your own fault. You should have just shot me.
True.
Yeah.
Unless I'll like whenever, if we do have an adult night or something, or if, I'm at an op or something, you get up behind somebody real close and you're just like right up on them, then I'll be like, okay, yes, you have the drop on me. I'm going to walk back and forget that this happened or something, but like, you're going to say it, like, what you going to do, Unless you have me right there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I take those up to a point. It's very dependent. The one that you guys saw, if you saw my Instagram, I did post one. That was one time I didn't really take it because the guy wasn't calling his hits all day, and I was like, you know what? I don't care.
Right, you don't have. Yeah, you don't have to. I remember that, and everyone people are so divided on it, and you were just like, dog, what it is what it is, man. Like that's what happens, bro.
Yeah.
And my thing is they repeat the rules often, so it's like I don't have to take safety kills. So if you're gonna pop up behind me, shoot me. Like and that's why I switched to a chest rig and not a plate carrier so I can feel everything.
Same. Also, especially big dude friendly chest rigs are big dude friendly, but yes.
Yeah. And it's like whenever I come up behind somebody, it's either I'm knifing you or I'm shooting you in the ass.
True.
One of the two. That's it. That's all you get.
You shouldn't leave yourself that exposed.
Yeah.
Like, keep on it. Some dude is feather your trigger and no safety kill. Oy vey.
Oh god, that's terrible. I feel like you don't need that many shots. You
don't. And that's one of the huge it's one of the rules here. You can't feather your trigger. Your hand has to be on it just to avoid any issues of like overshooting. Like how many rounds do you really need to put out in like an area? At some point you just need to realize you can't hit anything and you're just it's your accuracy is by volume of fire and you're not a saw or whatever,
Yeah, it's one of those things like I try to double tap or triple tap people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like one of them is gonna get them, but it's like when people start going just unloading, I'm like,
that's a bit much. That's the line is a few extra, far enough away. You're like, okay, maybe I could shoot 5 times and maybe 2 of them will hit them.
Yeah.
But like, can't do the whole feathery thing. But I do, we do the no safety kill night, the adult nights. That kind of makes it better, and yet
it hurts.
Crybaby Central sometimes because they're like, "Why you shot me?" And you're like, "Bro, it is what it is." They try to safety you around the corner and you shoot him in the face, and then they're surprised when you do that.
Oh,
and that's the thing. Like I forget when I go to certain fields, I forget about like certain indoor fields. It's like they have the safety kill and surrender. So sometimes I'm just walking up to people like boop 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 and just keep it moving.
Yeah, they're like, bro.
yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
You get off the field and the ref's like, "Hey, bud, can we talk about that real quick? You okay? Yes, sir, maybe."
Yeah, I forgot. I don't play like this.
You're like, this isn't what I do all the time. You just get in that mindset. It's hard when you just one field all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, that's why I like where I play because it's like it's optional. It's optional. Like the other field in Jersey, it's like no, you have to. It's safety kills, and I feel like that causes more problems than anything because people will yell around corners, safety kill, safety kill, safety kill, safety
Yeah.
kill, safety
Oh.
kill. It's like, bro, like,
Not, it's relentless sometimes with some of the issues on the field. You're just standing, like, the number of times that I've been reffing and just been like, what are they,
Yeah.
you used to have kids just run into rooms and wave their guns around and just say safety and think that works.
I love that. Like, there was a couple times where the guy literally just ran right around the corner, just gun straight through, just safety, 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 and all of us
You're
were
like,
behind a piece of cover, just kind of like poking our heads up, going,
Nah.
what the heck just happened? And then
You're like,
bam, bam, and then just
like,
rolling back into cover.
sorry, dog.
Oh
that
yeah,
ain't
that
it.
kid wasn't happy.
Chief called and he said, that ain't it. I'm sorry, my guy.
definitely not. I mean, I haven't played airsoft since January, maybe February.
Dang.
Oh jeez,
Yeah.
dude.
When do you think you're going to feel aight to get back into it?
I mean, I'm gonna see how. So this week they're opening up some more restrictions in Jersey as far as like allowing in movie theaters to open, gyms to open, like indoor dining. I mean, airsoft fields have been open, but it's like I want to give it I want to see if it spikes again before I go back out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go back out sometime end of September, beginning October time frame. As it starts to get colder and whatnot, because I mean, as it starts to get colder, a lot of people will still play outdoors, but like the indoor scene, people gonna still do that. So it's like, I'm gonna see how it goes around that time.
Right, because then everybody suddenly being inside can potentially be
Yeah, that could be a problem.
another issue. So that's why, I mean, I've been nervous. I wanted to try out some other fields in the area, but I'm kind of nervous to like go. I'm always here, and I know that our staff has been super. Like we just had our DOH inspection last Thursday, I think, and so they were like, beautiful, flying colors. You guys are pretty much perfect. And I was like, oh, thank God. Everything we're doing is like good enough. We haven't had any issues, but I know of some other fields in the area I've heard of from customers. They were like, yo, we went to here. They're like not doing anything. Nobody's wearing masks. There's no sanitation stuff, anything. And I'm like, that is not good.
I ain't going there.
Nope. Definitely not going there. And that's why that's the scary thing. It's like it just like makes you when people aren't taking those. I mean, take a little precaution, some type of little precaution, so I know you're
Right.
trying. But when you're not doing anything, nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna stay home. I don't mind. I work from home. I've been working from home since January, so I don't care to stay home. It's not a problem for me.
Damn.
And I haven't really gone out. I've gone out a little bit, but like that's as of like July because my friends are like, "Yo, let's go do something."
Right.
I don't know. I like being home. It's fine.
Yeah, like it's just kind of nice sometimes being home. You're not doing out. You're not going out and spending all your money on
Yeah,
food and airsoft and things you don't really need. But then you're sometimes. I know a lot of people. My house is going crazy right now. Like the Amazon boxes we were initially getting, I was like, oh gosh, what are we doing? Like we need to calm down, everyone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was on Amazon just buying. Do I need this? Maybe.
Maybe.
Amazon says I need it. I might need it.
But Amazon, Prime says I can get it tomorrow if I'm fast on this in the next hour. Tomorrow, like, I might need to get that.
It's funny because I even bought like a puzzle set. So I had the puzzle on the table, and like every so often I just sit down for like 30 minutes, play some music. All right, let me put another piece together. All right, I'm done here today. We're back over here.
COD time.
You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it's at.
Everything's enjoyable.
That's good. It's good. It's been hard to kind of. I mean, not for me because I've still been working the whole time. But it's like keeping busy. Like when you're not working. It's just like, you're like, do I really need to go play Xbox? Do I need to play more Call of Duty again? Like, I took a whole, I don't remember when, I took a whole month and I was just like, I played as much of The Witcher 3 as possible. I like went through the whole thing, beat everything, and I was like, what do I do with myself now? Like, I'm just gonna go back to Call of Duty. It's like a cheap addiction that you just hate. You're like, I hate that I go back to you, but I keep coming back for more.
I mean, I feel like during this COVID time, people have not, like, a lot of content creators don't know what to create.
True.
Because they don't, if you think outside the box, if you're a content creator that thinks outside the box, you can figure something out. If you're not, then it's like, damn, what do I do? Do I just sit here? Do I like, let me go to my old videos, pull those out. Let me see if I can put something together real quick. And it's like, or they'll re-release an old video, and it's like, bro, like,
cool.
If you don't got nothing, just hang out.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to reinvent yourself and do something different.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of people, like, they hit me up on the side, like, yo, I love when you do your airsoft reports because it keeps me up to date on what's going on.
True.
And, like, you have your little discussions and your little things on Instagram. And, I mean, I'm gonna get back to the gameplay, but, I mean, I can do other stuff. And that's where the website came from. Like, I was bored. I put the website together.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask, because I know you were messaging me when you were building a lot of the website, and you were doing like the giveaway that you did when you were putting together when you were finally dropping the website. So what's for those people that might not know, what does your website entail? Like, what is it? What does that provide for the community that other websites probably don't?
So rgkairsoft.com provides a lot of stuff for, like, you know, the North American community, as far as a full event schedule for a lot of the premier airsoft event producers. So like Milsim West, American Milsim, Third Coast, Theta Airsoft Events, and Sato. So you'll see a full list of everything happening for the year, and it's constantly updated. Every 2 weeks I update it. I have my airsoft reviews on there. Any like insider information from companies. Recently I've been posting a lot of industry insider stuff, so asking companies to answer a number of questions and providing them on the website, so you can kind of get a feel for what companies are going through right now during COVID, or if they have any new product releases coming out. Some companies I'm working with on exclusive like releases, like it's going to be direct on my website first before it goes anywhere else. If you can subscribe to the newsletter, so you can get those announcements and like new notifications and things of that nature. And then like new hot releases from everybody, because a lot of times you don't know who's released something, so it's good to come to a central source for all that information as far as airsoft new releases events. Then of course, and that's a lot of the stuff I report in my airsoft report. So, and then also deals and sales, any sales that are happening at these different airsoft companies, some discounts, things of that nature I post on there. So literally a one-stop shop for everything airsoft.
Yeah, it's very well, I mean, obviously, you know, put together, but it's definitely, I remember looking at it, I was like, and watching, especially when you first started doing the airsoft reports, because prior to the 9 year, I didn't know, I don't watch a lot of airsoft YouTube initially, because I was just like, it got so monotonous that I was just like so brain dead. I was like, come on, how long can you do the same airsoft? How many years? You know, some dudes, I'm like, you've been doing airsoft videos for 10 years, and it's like, still the same. But the airsoft reports kind of, I don't know, it kind of was like refreshing, because it was just something different. It was kind of like just different, and so that's good. You know, I always watch them. But, you know, so obviously go check that out. We did a little, we got one of those insider spots on his website. We did an article, so if you're interested in reading about that, I think I just pretty much brag about how great our customers are half the time.
They're pretty awesome.
Which is true. Any day of the week, I will say that we have a very passionate base of customers. What would you say is like? What's your favorite part of airsoft? The airsoft community, like what really brings you the joy? Like, why do you keep coming back to airsoft? Other than, I mean, your escape, that it's kind of an escape from the rest of the world, obviously is kind of a good thing. But what else really like? What do you love about the community?
I love the just being able to meet and talk to new people and get to see the different walks of life from different avenues and why people got into airsoft. And it's like people, you learn a lot from people that that find you an inspiration to them. And it's like, yo, I started watching your stuff and I was going through something in my life and like I love it. Like it keeps me interested in airsoft. And then like there's people that come to my airsoft and with friends events and they're just like, yo, like this is the best part of airsoft. I just love coming to your events. And it's like everybody's having fun, everyone's trying to help each other out, and everyone's trying to grow airsoft together. And I love this piece of airsoft. It's like those little things, like those little compliments are like great. Yeah. And I like putting on those things for people and seeing a smile on their face because I helped them move forward in something in airsoft and they enjoyed it. They love this little piece. Like whenever I do my giveaways, a lot of times I get that stuff from companies where it just comes out of my pocket, and I like people like actually doing the work to try and get involved and do it. I mean, it's just like that joy of seeing people happy. That's my thing.
I agree. I feel that. That's probably one of the most rewarding parts about working here is the customer selling them a gun, they go off on their way, and then they're just like,
yeah,
oh happy. My God, or being on the field and helping them out and showing them something, and then they're just like, this little kid who's like, I mean, our age bracket goes down to 10, so the kids are like, oh my God, like it's a candy store, and then they go on the field, and it's like a whole new thing. They're just like mind completely blown, but it's just like, and I mean, some of the friends too, like the people I meet are some of the best friends that I've ever had in airsoft. I know for me, are just some of my closest friends, which was crazy to think about. But I have so tell us about the airsoft with friends, because I know that that's something also. Again, different that you do that other places I don't think are really doing.
Yeah, so airsoft with friends, people, it's funny because people think it's just like, just a new day. I mean, it is in a sense, but I bring a whole different experience with it, because it's like, yes, people win giveaways, people come out and play, but it's the social interaction with people that have never played airsoft with the people that play airsoft often. And it's like meshing that together so people that haven't played in a while can talk to other people, or people that have never played, they can see all these guns, can see all these people, and just like team up and go have fun. Because a lot of times when it comes to these like rental days, it's just for some companies it's just that to make that money, and just like, yo, we'll give you a discount, you'll get X, Y, and Z to go on the field, go have fun.
Right.
And that's kind of it. Whereas this is more of guys, like all my experienced players, grab a battle buddy, one of these newer players, and take them out on the field with you. Have fun with them. Make sure they're having fun, and just like push them to reach objectives and things of that nature. And if they have questions, answer their questions. And then it's like when I do the giveaways, I literally have a new player package. So if you're a new player that purchases a rental, you'll get a full kit, a full loadout with a gun that you can come back and play.
Yes.
So it's like the only way like businesses survive if we get these new players coming in.
Yeah.
This is the only way new businesses survive, and we get new products. Because if like that person, that Joe Schmo, he comes in, he's buying his one gun and that's it, and he's using that for 10 years and never buying any other piece of anything. And we have players like that. But then that's why we need these new players, so it's like they consistently grow airsoft, and then new fields get created, new product come in, things like that. So like airsoft with friends is like one of my babies that I just enjoy putting on for people. And whenever I can collab with companies on it, I do it. I enjoy it. So I always recommend people like, hey, if you're coming out to airsoft, try to bring a friend with you. Like,
always.
Try to bring a friend with them. And if you, it's just one of those things. Bring a random person, but if you see somebody, if you see a random by themselves and like they're new, interact with them because that first experience could change their whole, thought about airsoft from what they've seen in YouTube videos. Like, oh, people aren't dicks. Like, they're
People
not
are
shooting
chill.
me in my face.
Yeah, these cheaters videos, they lied to me.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just that experience.
I agree. I definitely that's like I like that we have such a great base here that like if we get first timers, we go to the refs like, yo, hey, like these people have never been here before. Make sure you give them a full rundown of the facility, set them up with somebody, and so a lot of our customers are just like, yo, like let's go, because so many people out there in the staging area in general, in airsoft, they're just like, they won't leave spawn and they won't do this, and it's like this kid is like. There's loud music. There's people yelling. They're shooting. They're dealing with the adrenaline going. They're getting shot. Like there's so many factors going through their head that they're like 10 years old, 15 years old, even like 18 years old. They're like, this is really overwhelming, and somebody to help guide them through that is like super important.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's the enjoyable part of like just creating that event, and I like bringing new people into airsoft, and there's a number of people that have hit me up and they're just like, oh, thanks for like you were my first experience playing airsoft, and now they're out here just buying a million different guns and kits and all this. Like, damn, I was like, calm down.
You're like, I'm not even out there like that. Like they're going. Some people, they just once they get going, they're loving it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I think it's cool, and I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, but definitely got to bring one to Extreme Airsoft. We'll see how that kid's looking.
yeah, it's all everything. Like every time we're like, hey, so what are you guys doing another event? It was like we had to reschedule / delay EA Fest because we were like, oh, it's not good. Nothing's happening right now. Like, no. But hopefully 2020 will bring. We're still gonna try to make something happen here, but 2021. Geez Louise, I do not want another 2020. I think that's the last thing we need.
No.
Yep, definitely 2021. I think when things will happen. I'm still trying to do my little Milsim-ish event.
Yeah.
I might do it in October. I don't know yet. But I pushed everything back. I pushed everything back. I mean, I talked to the other field owners. I was like, yo, I'm not coming out there.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not going all the way over there.
Yeah, they was like, yo, you good, yo. We'll just plan it for another time. And I'm cool with them. Like, a lot of the people I deal with, I love that they're so chill and relaxed, and you just gotta have conversation with people, and things work out. But I've dealt with, field managers that are just complete dicks, and don't really care.
Absolutely, yeah. There's always people that just don't. It's kind of lame, Like airsoft is, especially doing events, like it's so hard sometimes, and somebody's like, "Hey, I want to do this," and you're like, "Well, maybe this could work." Just being open to trying something new that you think there's a demand out there for. And so many people are just like, no, I don't want to do that.
They're stuck in their ways.
And that's why I try to share a lot of my content to kind of as far as changing people's perspective on airsoft and how it should be played and what you should expect and things of that nature. Because people are so tunnel vision with a lot of things in airsoft. Bro, that's not how it should be. And when I did my video about customer service, people just accept certain things with customer service. It's like, bro, no, that's not how customer service works anywhere.
Right.
If they really care about you, they'll go the extra mile for you.
Right.
And
exactly.
If you're gonna shop local, because that order that you can get from Evic or some other company, your local shop can get it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we, shopping local is, you know, even if we don't have something, it's always sending somebody somewhere else where they will have something that's super on hand or whatever. But it's so important to support, I mean, for a million reasons to support your local stores, but definitely the customer service. I mean, you know, it's great to, you know, it's cool looking online on e-bike and being like, oh my God, it's so cool. Let me buy an AUG or something. And then you get the AUG and you're like, why would I buy this piece of junk? I don't like the way it feels. I don't like this. I don't like that. Whereas you come into the store and we're like, here is AUG or here is M4. Which do you like better? You hit this.
Yeah.
You actually get something that you can actually like
You get to hold
enjoy.
it. You get to hold it and figure out, hey, I like this, or oh dear God, this isn't nothing of like what I was thinking of. Here, take it back.
In addition to all the support you can get too, obviously with RMAs and returning products, like
the amount
you have people that'll do that.
Yeah, the amount of stuff I've fixed for people.
I see hi from John. Hi, John Jessup.
Hey, John.
Somebody in the comment. Doc. Matt Dowling brings up, get him to the objective, let him bring him back. I agree with that. Whenever I'm playing now, like, I don't do any of the objectives. I get everybody else to do it because some little kid is going to enjoy carrying that bomb into the building and knowing that they planted it. They're going to have way more satisfaction. You know, I've been playing Airsoft for 8 years. Like, I've planted my fair share of bombs, captured the flags, and did a flag on a pulley system. Like, something that simple though can, like you said, change somebody's entire perspective on Airsoft.
Yeah. I agree. Like, having them get out of spawn is the first step.
Facts.
Have them follow you like, yo, I'll be the body shield. Just pay attention. Whoever is happy, pay attention.
That's what you got. That's what you do. There was one time I think I had like, it was a whole party, so there were like 10 kids, and I was like, they were like, what do we do? And I was like, boys, we're going out. I was like, follow me. You pretend you're like, oh, I'm gonna lay down some cover fire for you. Go. And they're like, he's covering me. Like, we gotta go. They like get into it, and by the end of the day, they're running the field, and you're just like, why am I taking orders now? How did that happen?
Yeah. I mean, they get their little confidence boost and they're good to go.
That's all they need, because it's just, again, it's like the new experience, especially CQB. That's a lot of high speeds. A lot of stuff is happening quick, and you're just like, overstim. So if anybody has any questions for our fabulous guest, we'll probably start thinking about wrapping things up. But ask any questions, because Kev's very honest. Andrew Costa, bud, what's up? In the comments. He's yes. And that I love that about Kev, is you can always, if you need an honest opinion from him about something, he'll tell you.
But if your video sucks and you send it to me, I will tell you your video sucks and why it sucks.
But that's good. You need that sometimes. You need it, you know, it's always good, because some people are just like, oh yeah, that's totally cool and what we want. And then it's just like, but is it really that cool though? Like, are you doing something new? Like, that's just the thing, like you said, like, I just got so tired of watching Airsoft YouTube for so long because there wasn't anything
different.
I was just like, how long can you do the same style of reviews and format of this? I'm just like...
that's why I feel like certain people are no longer relevant.
Yeah.
Facts.
Go take a seat. Like, over. Because if you don't come back with something new after doing the same thing for like 10 years, like, stop it.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta. I mean, who cares if you change up the color scheme of how whatever you do? But it's just like change, add something new, do something different. Because like entirely, like I hate a lot of the videos that are up because it's like annoying.
Facts.
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
And I would call out people, but I'm a nice person.
I feel I almost dropped some names, and I was just like, I'll just sit back. I'll take the
more diplomatic route.
Question from Matt Dowling. So he wants to know about the your Milsim event that you have been working on.
So my Milsim event is I've noticed that a lot of Milsim events when I go to them, there's not a lot of objectives, and then it annoys me. Like I'm playing one objective, and then when the objective is reached, it turns into like a TDM, and I'm like, bro, like I like this AO. This AO is nice, but I would like to like do some type of objective or something. So the one I'm working on is like more of a futuristic type thing. I have NPCs in it. It's multiple objectives, so it's about the Milsim would be about like 6 to 7 hours. So every hour, every 30 minutes, there's side missions and there's actual main missions. Main missions every hour, but there's also additional side missions for additional resources. So like there's two factions. Well, there's three factions. The third faction is an NPC faction. They just sit there and cause chaos. They are chaos gremlins. But they're limited. So, like, but the other two factions, your objective is to try to collect resources. Well, this is chapter 1. Chapter 1 of the story is to try to collect resources to get off planet Earth because planet Earth is dying. So now, you have to your objective is to get off planet Earth and make it to Mars. That's the objective. Which I have a whole storyline for this thing, so it's like it's crazy. Like I have so many objectives. I'm so excited. A lot of people are ready for it, but then I had to cancel it because of COVID. But it's like, and the crazy thing is, a lot of people want it to be the NPCs, and I'm like, bro, I have to limit NPCs because it's like they can interact with people, but they can't do too much until a particular time. Like when a signal goes up, and they go and create chaos for both sides.
Yeah.
Or one side. So it's like they're used as my balancers for the game.
Yeah. That's always the one thing about NPCs / like an Op 4 is everyone wants to be a part of that, but you never know. It's that level of control that you kind of need to have with those guys, because if you don't have reliable people that you know aren't going to take it too far or do something to ruin somebody's experience, like sometimes that's why it's like anytime a customer's like, hey, like I want to be the Juggernaut in the game, it's like we need somebody that can be judicious but still
still lay down streams of hate,
but not ruin somebody's day. So, but that's interesting. So, where were you looking? Where were you gonna? What AO were you looking at that or field?
So I'm having 3 chapters of 3. I'm trying to do 3 different fields because I wanted to support my local fields, my local outdoor fields, and then branch out from there. But like I have 3 fields out here that I was gonna do it at. Because my thing is I wanted to support the local fields because they are expanding. So it's like, all right, let's try this first field to help them out there, and then go to the next field. And I'm all about helping out the local fields. I try my best to, unless one of them wants to dick me over, then it is what it is.
Then you know where you're going, and you know where those recommendations for fields are going for people. You're just like,
And it's crazy. My thing is with field owners, I'm like, if you don't know the airsoft scene and you don't know the people in the airsoft scene, I think that's a problem. Especially if you don't stay on top of it, on what people like, what your customers like, what your customers don't like.
Right, exactly.
And there are airsoft owners like that, airsoft managers like that, where it's like they don't know anything about airsoft, but they own an airsoft field because it brings in money, and that's it. That's all they want. They don't know about anything else going on. So it's like, okay, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, boss.
Yeah, you gotta follow all the trends and what's going on and what people are doing in the industry, because if you don't, you'll just fall behind, and you'll just be doing the same old thing and not doing anything, trying anything new, which is kind of, I mean, especially now, like you said, everybody's trying to, it's a great time to reinvent or to do new things. So we're trying, like, I know here we're trying to do some different stuff and crank out this and do that. So hopefully we've got a few more things in the works that'll be coming down the pipeline. But I totally understand. My boy Andrew Costa, How are the red line systems? So the HPA systems. What do you have any experience with that?
I haven't used HPA, so I don't know anything. I'm an AEG boy.
I have recently, I reconverted. I loved AEGs forever, and then I was like, ooh, HPA, but I could never get any of my HPA stuff to work. The only thing that ever worked was my original Bingo Tokyo Marui MP7. So I brought that everywhere. I used that hard for like a year and a half, 2 years, and I sold it, so I'm all AEGs again. But the Redline systems are actually pretty solid. Like, they have the N7s. The Milsims were a pretty big... I think it's called the Hurricane now, is their new mechanical system. It's the Hurricane. They're pretty decent, but me personally, I still am a fan of Wolverine and Polar Star. Just really high quality products. Yeah, HPA, we leave that. It's gone. It's AEG. And that was the thing. It was such a huge trend. Everyone had Polar Stars for a bit, and now it's like, oh, so now we're all getting back into AEGs now. This is how we're doing it.
Oh, I just got back into HPA.
Jeez. You weirdo.
Yeah.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Well, I just tried using my AEG, and it shot way too hot for the field, so...
Well, that's you should have done better teching your guns, Chili.
I did. I teched a little too well, okay?
Paul S. says gas blowback rifle life. I agree. It's very... I had the GHK G5 for a bit. I used that at an op. It was like torrential downpour. It was actually the op we're going to MSATO Shock Op again. And the last time I was there, I was in the Humvee, so I had that on the side so I could pop out. That thing was loud, and it was cool. But, yes, this is true. Who are these handsome fellas? Are they asking about... I think it's you, Kev. They're at Mike. I mean, Mike knows. Oh, it's me?
Mike knows me. It's you guys.
Mike. I am so flattered. It's me, your boy Chuckles. I am the general manager here at Extreme Airsoft.
And I'm Chili. I'm the Chili.
He is...
The Chili.
The Chili. He is the Chili. So, we are... Thank you. Oh, that's handsome. I feel so flustered now. I love that. It's You know what? It's okay. Because, you know what? It ain't gay to kiss the homies goodnight. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. Just remember that. Don't tell my mom I said that, though. She doesn't watch this stuff. But, you know. Sometimes my friends will tune in, and they'll take Snapchats of me and send them to me. They're just with all the emoji, the filters that they could put on me. And I'm like, why do you do this to me? I feel so betrayed.
I feel so betrayed.
All right, well, it's time to start wrapping up. If anybody has any last second questions, I'm just going to run through some quick stuff. Remember, our store is open. Getting new products all the time, constantly restocking. We're going to have so many guns and orders, and we're getting more stuff. We just got SIG today, directly from SIG. So it's this is the MCX, the Virtus 10-inch. OEM is VFC. We have the M17s, the M18s, and we have the 229s. Just so much stuff coming out. So pretty much anything that's coming out in the next till the end of the year, you're going to definitely see here. Field's open. This Saturday is adult night, 8:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. 400 FPS, no safety kills required. Really cool, really fun, just something different. No pre-reg, first come, first serve. That's oh my. That's not an appropriate question.
Well,
how much is a Desert Eagle? I want to buy it.
Matt, we can talk about that later.
Desert Eagles are about $149.99 for the CO2 KWC Cybergun Desert Eagle. That Desert Eagle, I think we have that used one in there for $100. So if you want it, it's brand new. The guy didn't really use it. He bought it. It was just one of those quarantined. I had another bunch of used guns we brought in. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, I bought it, but quarantine happened," and he was like, "And I got engaged, so got to pay for the wedding somehow." So he sold it all to us. But anyways, so other than that, make sure you go check out. Make sure you go follow RGK Airsoft on Instagram. Go to his website, rgkairsoft.com, for all of the super sweet updates, insiders, airsoft reports.
Everything.
Kids are on our porch, sorry.
Yeah.
They just walked up and just started shouting. Go to rgkairsoft.com for everything. I know I check it regularly. You should too. Very good central source of information.
Everything.
Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you go find them on YouTube. Good content, always putting it out. So thank you so much for coming on, Kev. We really appreciate you for being you and doing your thing.
Thanks, Brian.
I like this. All right, we'll say goodbye. Guys, it's been your boy Chuckles
Chili.
and our illustrious Kevin, and we will see you guys hopefully this weekend. Bye.
See you guys.